The reason why you're feeling this way and that you feel you're not successful might be because of your parents, of your brother, of your sister, of your friends, of your best friend, of your boyfriend, of your girlfriend, of your wife, of your husband. Matter of fact, it might be the place that you call home is the very reason why you're not successful. The reason why I'm saying that is because success, in large part, is based on our own perception, what we compare ourselves to, the world that we assume is normal, our expectations of ourselves, our expectation of the people in our lives. And those exact people in your life are your parents, your dad, your mom, your best friends, the people you hang out with. Those are the ones that set up this expectation in your mind and that you have allowed it to drive every decision in your life. That is part of just the human experience. That's what we do as social beings, as part of a community, as part of a culture, as part of a system. But one of the things that I've learned through my life that I wish I knew when I was 15, 20, 25, and even in my early 30s is that you have the power to take ownership of your own expectations, of your own philosophy, of your own values, and you have the power to learn that the world is way more than just what you see with the people that are directly around you. It's very important, as all of us, for us to be grounded, for us to have a home, that feeling that we belong somewhere. But in no way should it force you to be boxed in, to think that the world is just whatever is around you. One of the observations that I wish I knew is that there's way more to life than what you can see. A lot about life is about what you feel, what you imagine, what you dream. And the power of that is something that I never truly believed in. But as I traveled around the world, as I explored things that never in my right mind I thought I would be good at, as I dare to be a beginner and learn and put my ego to the side, I completely discovered how much my idea, my limitations were just the limitations that I inherited or that I just accepted as the truth. When you go to another country is an exact example of that. You'll see how things are different, expectations are different, how certain generation might be seen as lazy, like the millennial generation used to be seen as lazy, and in another generation, in another culture, the millennial generation might be seen as the most dynamic generation. In Africa, for instance, with all the youth, the dynamism, the technology, people who are now in their 30s and 40s are changing the game. But millennials, for a long time, as I was growing up in the United States, was seen as negative. What you think the world is, the government, the economy, is just way more than you think it is. And it's so important, man, in your life to learn to travel with your mind, whether it is through reading the books, whether it is through talking to people, watching videos about people who do not come from where you're from, meeting people from different cultures, different walks of life. Because what you truly realize is that the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And that a lot of the fears and anxieties that you have are just based on those perspectives, those pieces of information, that a lot of them are based on certain people who have only seen one part of the equation. One of the great books of finance is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Talks about how people who grew up with a father that comes from a poor background might be seeing something one way, and someone who's growing in a rich background might see the world in another way. I had to talk with my father the other day and my mother, and they told me about how in their generation, coming from where they were, coming from a very humble background, education was the way out. Education was how you could find a way to build a beautiful life. And while that is true, we also acknowledge of how in my time, now that I'm approaching my 40s, there's a different wave. And this wave is more than just about schooling. And education is about learning about things in the real world, maybe entrepreneurship, investments. And growing up, we were told to do the right thing, to be good, to follow the rules. And I never truly understood that there was more to life than that. I thought life was just about having good grades, going to good schools, being a good person, that everything will fall into place. But then I realized that there's way more than that. And the truth is, no matter where you are in your life, this is always going to apply. Whether you're making $50,000 or 100,000, there's always going to be more you can learn. People will make more money than you. People will have more skills than you. People will have experienced more than you. And the mindset is not to be intimidated by it, but to go out there and explore and learn and use that to give you perspective, to keep you motivated, to keep you eager for new experiments, to try new things, to be more creative, to understand that at the end of the day in this life, you will never be able to do everything, but that you have a chance right now to make your time here the best that it can be, to realize that you're never stuck, to realize that whenever you feel like you don't have any options or opportunities, it is just because you've lost perspective of how vast the world is, outside of you, but also within you. Recently, I've come in touch with the field of philosophy, and I've learned things that I've never really taken the time to really dig deep within. The philosophies of the East, of Lao Tzu and Zen Buddhism, the philosophies of some of the greats, the Stoics, and I've learned so much about things that, to be honest, I never in my right mind thought I would be interested in. And to be honest, I thought I knew a lot about mindset, but just by allowing myself to click on those videos and listen to those things, it truly opened me to a whole different world. 10 years ago, I was not in fitness. I thought I was just a skinny guy, and I thought those people with all the muscles and all those things were just from another planet. And now I'm training every single day. You have no idea how limitless you can be. You have no idea how much more you can do. And life is not about consistently wanting more. Life is about making this experience the best that you can. It's not about doing things just to please other people. It's about when you are alone with yourself, are you aligned with what you truly can be? Are you living a life where you're stretching, where you're pushing, and you're digging deep within, finding things about you that you never thought were within you? Or are you just settling for accepting whatever your environment, the people around you are telling you life is? And I'll say, as Alan Keller's quote goes, life is nothing. Life is a daring adventure or nothing. Go all in and be grateful for this moment that you have here, but daring to go and explore and learn and get out of that box that you've been putting yourself in about what you see immediately every single day in your daily routine, and dare to do something a little different. Read a new book, watch some new videos in the field that you never thought you'd be interested in, meet people that you never would have met before. Try different things. Go out there and explore, and you'll see how certain things that you thought were just the end-all be-all of life were just hiding a way bigger world for you, and you have no idea how beautiful that journey can be once you truly let go of what you call home and you dare to go out there and see the world for what it is. As always, wherever you are, wherever you come from, fam, you're destined for greatness. Get busy living, not busy dying. Love.